Hey authors, how's it going? How are you feeling about your book? Are you ready to talk about editing and design? Let's talk about editing first. Editing is where you send your manuscript after it's been okayed and tested and you've had a couple of goes at it and you asked some people for their feedback on it. Once you're finished with writing your draft, you'll give it to a professional editor. And you'll do this because a professional editor will go through your book line by line and make sure that it is absolutely ready and polished and brilliantly developed, far beyond what you can probably do for yourself. Now, it doesn't matter if you think you've got a great English teacher on hand in your family, or you've got someone who can easily be a journalist and edit it for you because they know English really well. That's not the point. The point is using a professional book editor will give your book an absolute polish in a way that just an English teacher or a journalist doesn't know how to do. This is about more than just spelling and punctuation. It's also about ensuring that the contents all flow the right way, that your referencing is done appropriately, that everything that your book needs to have is done in such a way that you can't tell it's been edited. Now, by that I mean when you pick up a book and it reads seamlessly and it's really easy to read through, it has been edited. If you pick up a book where someone has skipped the editing, you'll find various parts that just frustrate you because that hasn't been done, or this has been repeated, or this is a bit waffly. Your professional editor will take the time to develop your content, still retaining your voice, not sacrificing anything, and ensure that all of these important elements are taken care of. It is really important to use a professional editor, and it may be the most expensive investment you make in your book if you're doing a lot of the rest of it yourself. But finding a good editor and you working with them and understanding how an editor works is very, very important for your journey. Now, we have a whole lot of information on in our academy and on our website resources to explain exactly how an editor works. So I won't bore you with the minutiae of details here, but I do want to encourage you to understand the editing process, understand what platforms the editor likes to work best in, and how to work with an editor most effectively for you and your book. So, if you get stuck with that, let's have a chat. Now let's move into design. Now, your design has to be done in such a way that it's not created by a website designer or someone who's great with Canva necessarily, although you can do some good work with Canva. What you want is someone who's going to work with your book as a professional book designer. You want your book cover to look amazing. You want it to be well read. You want it to be well received right from the start. You want people to pick it up and say, "Ooh, this looks interesting." You also want the typesetting and the insides of your book to be done particularly well. This means making sure that it's not just long paragraphs page after page, or that the chapters are looking a little bit clunky. There are ways that a published book will look that from the inside, you're either going to stand out as someone who's self-published and done a really poor job of the design, or you are going to have something where people say, "Wow, this looks great. I couldn't stop reading it because it was really nicely laid out, and I liked the pieces that were pulled out or highlighted so that I could understand those even better. I liked the diagrams, I liked the styling, I liked the font that you used." All of those things are the sort of things you want feedback on when you've done your book. And if you work with a professional book designer, that's what you'll get. Please don't just fiddle around and try and doing it yourself. These things are so important. Excellent editing, excellent design for covers, and excellent inside formatting. Those are the three critical things that you need to invest the most in for your book. If you're stuck on any of these things, let's have a chat.